Hey everybody, Coach Jason here. What I want to do today is I want to go over a 16-week detailed plan with the goal of being sub 4 hours for the marathon. It's going to be detailed day by day, week by week. It's also contingent upon you having a little bit of running experience, whether you've run a half marathon and you're kind of working your way up to a marathon, or you run a marathon and your next goal is getting under 4 hours. I will provide other videos. I'm going to be putting out a sub 3:30 and a sub 3 hour marathon. I'm also going to be putting up a sub 2 hour, sub 145, sub 130, and sub 115 half marathon video for each one. That'll break down all the training day by day and week by week. Most of my half marathon plans are 12 weeks. Most of my marathon plans are 16 weeks. You need a little bit longer to build up the long run and a couple other components. I will mention this too. If this is not your first marathon, I do have a video that's a first-time marathon training plan video. So please look me up at Coach Jason, and you'll see a video there as well. All right, so why don't we get to it? Week 1, 5 miles easy on Monday. Week 2, 2-mile warm-up D/S. That's drills and strides. So if you happen to do plyometrics, drills, and strides now before workouts or before hard efforts, I encourage you to continue to do them. If you want some instruction, leave a comment down below. I will post a video on plyometrics and strides. They're important parts of the training as well to help you with becoming a little bit more efficient, help develop leg power, helps with your running cadence. It also helps loosen up your legs and hips area before workouts of a long nature or of a rolling hill nature. Okay, so let's get back to it. Drills and strides, 6 by 100 meter uphill runs. Okay, about a medium grade, not necessarily too steep, but it's a 6 by 100 meter uphill run, focusing on good knee lift, leaning into the hill a little bit. Okay, good form, running on the balls of your feet. You're going to walk or jog down, whichever you're most comfortable with. So it's an equal recovery, 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 6 miles at a steady, relaxed pace. Thursday, you're going to bike and cross-train. Any bike and cross-train day is going to be 30 to 40 minutes. You can mix it up however you like, but that's necessarily the duration. That's generally the duration of the bike and cross-train day. Friday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides. You're going to run 2 miles at marathon pace, which in this case, a 4-hour marathon is about 9:09 per mile. I'm training you to be running about 9:05 to 9 minutes per mile. I want to give you a little bit of wiggle room, which is important for a marathon. To train you kind of to run 355 to 356, 357 if you can. And keep that in mind too, if you're not necessarily there, if you've run 430, this is a pace you want to help build towards over time. The volume's going to be low now, so it should be easier to run goal pace, but we can modify the training any way you like so that if you want it to be progressively faster and longer bouts over a period of time, you can do that as well. Okay? So again, 9:05 to 9 minutes per mile, and then you're going to take a 3-minute recovery, and then you're going to run 5 by 200 meters at 5K pace, which is 58 to 60 seconds per rep, with a 1-minute recovery and then a cool down of 2 miles. If you're wondering where I got the paces from, you can use a running calculator. I use a lot of running calculators, but I've also combined years of experience combined with running calculators, most of which are very, very accurate. I also have a video that tells you I've got 2 videos actually. A long video, which is if you run a 13.1 mile race, where it puts you for a marathon, and then where it puts you at a 10K. Additionally, I have another video with a 1-mile time trial, and it's essentially saying what you run for that mile is essentially where you should be for 3K and 5K, and 800 meters and 400 meters. And if you happen to be closer to one range or another, it's an indication that modifying the training on one day would help you benefit you, because the goal is to become as well-rounded as possible. You want to work on your speed and your strength, and if you can do it simultaneously, that's a very good thing in a progressive manner. Okay, back to week 2. 5 miles for Monday. Tuesday, 2 miles, warm-up, drills and strides, 8 by 100 meter uphill runs. Now we added 2 reps. Jog down recovery or walk down recovery. 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 6 miles steady. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides, 3 miles at marathon pace now, which is 9:05 to 9 minutes per mile. Then you're going to take a 3-minute recovery, and you're going to go 5 by 300 meters at 5K race pace, which is 127 to 130 per rep. So we made the rep a little bit longer now on the fast end, but we kept it at the same pace. 2-mile cool down. Friday's your bike and cross-train day. So we alternate it. Thursday 1 week, Friday the opposite week. Saturday, 13-mile long run at an easy pace. Sunday's an off day. And I'll say this before I go any further. With your long runs, I encourage you to train the race. What I mean by that is, if your marathon is rolling hills, I encourage you to run some of your long runs or most of your long runs over rolling hills. If you're training for a flat marathon, then I encourage you to do most of your long runs on a flat marathon. I want to try to simulate it as much as possible because there will be pace variations in rolling, and it's easier to lock into a steady and even pace or a smaller pace range when it's a flat race. Okay, so let's go to week 3. 5 miles on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides. 5 by 200 meter uphill runs on with a jog easy recovery or a walk easy recovery. So the reps getting a little bit longer now. We're building leg strength with hill reps, and these are the same fast twitch muscle fibers that you use for sprinting on the flat ground. So it's very important to engage both your fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers. You want to get as balanced of a program as possible, of a training program as possible. That's what I try to accomplish in my programs. Okay, so you have 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 6 miles steady. Thursday, bike cross-train day again. Friday, 4 miles, and then 6 by 200 meters with an equal jog recovery of 5K race pace, which is, again, 58 to 60 per rep, okay, after the 4-mile run. Saturday, 16-mile long run now, with 5 of it at marathon pace, which is 9:05 to 9 minutes per mile. You can do this in a number of ways. If you want to introduce some of the marathon pace running early on, then maybe you can run 2 miles and then 5 miles of it at marathon pace and then run the last 6 or 7 miles at a steady pace again. That gets you locking into marathon pace early. You can put it in the middle of the run, or you can put it at the end of the run, however you like it. I encourage you to experiment with all the different options, because you need to know what it feels like to run your marathon pace or your goal marathon pace at any point in time, especially if you want to run 26.2 miles at marathon pace or close to it. Okay? So Sunday's 3 to 4 miles easy. Week 4, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 3-mile warm-up, drills and strides. 6 by 200 meter uphill runs now with a jog easy or jog equal or walk equal recovery. 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 6 miles steady. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides. 8 by 300 meters with a 100-meter jog at 5K race pace again, which is 127 to 130. Per rep with a 2-mile cooldown. You notice we did a block of 4 weeks with certain components here with hills and some speed development, and then you'll see some changes in the next block of 4 weeks and then the next block of 4 weeks. Whole periodization, we kind of incorporate different things every few weeks after the body gets accustomed to a certain cycle of training. Okay, week 5. Actually, no. Friday, bike and cross train. Okay. Saturday, 13-mile long run at a steady pace, so we dropped down after the 16 miles. Sunday, you're off. My apologies. Week 5. 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides. 5 by 300 meter uphill with a jog or walk equal recovery. Back down with a 2-mile cool down. So we're getting longer now per rep. 8 miles on Wednesday. Okay, and that's the intermediate run. Okay, so every few weeks you'll notice we went 6, 6, 6. Now we may go 8, 8, 8 for the midweek run. It's a second run during the week that has you on your feet continuously for an extended period of time. It's a very important component for marathon training, and that's something we build up over time as well. Okay, Thursday's your bike and cross-train day. Friday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides. Now it's a 4-mile progression run. Okay, so you're going to progress from marathon pace to half marathon pace. So in this case, it's 9:05 to 8:45 per mile. Okay, then you take a 3-minute recovery, and you do 5 by 150 meter strides with a jog equal back or jog equal recovery by feel. No time goal, just open up your stride. 2-mile cool down. Okay? The goal there is to get you accelerating when you've already run hard for an extended period of time, when your legs are fatigued. Okay. Sunday, 14-mile long run. We just went up by a mile. Okay, that's at an easy pace. Okay. Sunday, you have 3 to 4 miles. Steady pace. Week 6, 5 miles on Monday. Then Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides, 6 by 300 meter uphill runs. Okay, we added a rep. Equal recovery, jog or walk. Back down. 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, another 8-mile intermediate run. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up, drills and strides, Now we're going to start threshold training a little bit. Okay, we're going to introduce some of that. 5 by 800 meter threshold efforts, okay, with a 1 minute recovery, and it's going to be a 403 to 406 per rep. Okay. After that, you can do 5 by 100 meters flat strides. Again, by feel, just to get your legs turning over after they've done a hard bout of training. Okay. Jog equal for the strides. 2 mile cool down. Friday, bike and cross train day. Saturday, we bumped up the long run to 16 miles. So we're going to break it down into pieces now. It's going to be 8 miles steady pace. Okay. Then you're going to do an 8 mile progression, and that progression is going to be 9:15 to 9 minutes. It's to get you running a little bit harder towards the end of a long run now. Okay. Sunday is an off day. Okay. So let's take this down now. Let's go to the next batch, week 7 through week 11. Okay. So week 7, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2 mile warm up, drills and strides. 10 by 200 meter uphill runs. Okay, so we cut the rep back a little bit in terms of length. We added some reps to it. Jog equal or walk equal recovery, 2 mile cool down. And the consistency of doing hill repeats is going to be a great way of building leg strength over an extended period of time. It's an important part of the training. Okay. Wednesday, 8 mile steady, an intermediate run. Thursday, bike and cross train. Friday, 2 mile warm up, drills and strides. Now you're going to do 4 miles at half marathon pace, okay? Which if you look at your equivalent, the marathon based off your 4 hours, it's going to be 8:50 to 8:45 per mile. Okay, then you're going to take a 3 minute recovery. Then I'm going to run 4 by 200 meter strides by feel, jog equal recovery, just get the legs turning over. Okay? But I do encourage you to run 5K pace or faster for the strides if you can. 2 mile cool down. Long run, 12 mile long run, so we dropped it down a little bit, give you a little bit of recovery after the workout as well. 12 mile long run at an easy pace, and I've added 3 by 50 meter strides. I want to get you turning over a little bit, just opening up your strides after these long runs as well, not necessarily after not just after workouts. Okay, 3 to 4 miles easy on Sunday. Week 8, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2 mile warm up, drills and strides. Now we've lengthened the threshold reps a little bit, so it's 5 times 1,000 now, with the same 1 minute recovery at 5:06 to 5:08. So it's the same exact pace as you ran the 800s, just a little bit longer now. Okay, 2 mile cool down. Wednesday's 8 miles. Thursday, 7 mile run, and then you're gonna run 8 by 200 meters with a 1 minute recovery at 5K pace. 58 to 60 per rep. Okay. Friday's a bike and cross train day. Saturday, beefing up the long run a little bit. Okay. 18 mile long run, and we're breaking it into pieces here as well. Miles 5 and 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and miles 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 are going to be at marathon pace, 9:05 to 9 minutes. So you're going to run steady for 4, then marathon pace from 5 to 8. Then steady from 9 through 12, marathon pace from 12 through 16, and then you're going to finish off the last 2 miles at a steady, relaxed pace. This gets you running marathon pace at different portions of the run. It also gets you accelerating a little bit, getting used to some pace changes. But the pace changes won't be drastic because the fastest you'll be running will be marathon pace. But it's important to get familiar with that. Okay. Sunday's an off day. Week 9. 5 miles easy on Monday. It's a consistent, easy day on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, 2 mile warm-up drills and strides. Now it's 4 by 400 meter uphill runs. And if it's the same hill, that's fine. Just a gradual uphill. The longer the hill, the more gradual it is. The shorter the hill, if it's a short 50, 40, 60 meter stride sprint, it's going to be a steeper hill. For these purposes, it's longer. The focus is just on running steady, developing a good rhythm, and maintaining your stride efficiency. Okay, so 4 by 400 meter uphill, jog or walk down recovery, and then you're gonna do 4 by 200 meters flat just to get back on flat running, get your stride pattern back onto normal. With a jog equal recovery, 58 to 60 per rep, then a 2 mile cool down. We beefed up the intermediate run again now. It's 10 miles on Wednesday. Okay, 2 mile warm up on Thursday, then you're gonna run 5-mile tempo, drills and strides, and then 5 miles at half marathon pace, excuse me, which is 8:50 to 8:45 per mile. Then you're going to take a 3-minute recovery, then 5 by 150-meter strides again with an equal jog recovery. By feel, just open up your stride. If you feel good, don't hesitate to go with it. Okay? 2-mile cool down. Friday's a bike and cross train day. 16-mile progression long run on Saturday from 10:30, which is a very easy, relaxed pace, down to 8:50, which is a little bit faster than marathon pace. And it doesn't have to be a long period of time. It could be the last mile, it could be the last 2 miles. You just gradually get used to increasing the pace throughout the run. It's also a very important part of your training as well, progression runs. It helps boost your VO2 max, helps get you used to running faster at the end when you're fatigued as opposed to starting too fast and running slower at the end. Then 4 by 50-meter strides afterward. Again, turning over a little bit after running that many miles is a good thing. Okay. 3 to 4 miles easy on Sunday. Week 10, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. 8 by 400-meter uphill runs now. We've increased the amount of running uphill with an equal jog or an equal walk recovery. 5 by 50 meters flat, okay, just to get the legs turning over, and again on the flats, get your stride pattern back to normal. 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 10 miles again. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. We're beefing up the threshold again a little bit. We're adding some distance to it. 5 by 1,200 meters, which is three-quarters of a mile. Now we're increasing the rest from 60 seconds to 75 seconds. It's going to be at 6:09 to 6:12 per rep, which is the same exact pace as the 800-meter and the 1,000-meter reps, just a little bit longer now. So we're doing about 1,000 meters more at threshold. Okay. Then you take a 3-minute recovery after the last one. 4 by 200-meter strides with an equal jog recovery by feel. 2-mile cool down. Friday's a bike and cross train day. Saturday, key run, 18-mile long run. Now we're going to do, within this long run, we're going to go about 5 miles steady pace first, and then you're going to introduce some fartlek running. So this will be the second main workout of the week. And you'll notice you may have 2 workouts of some sort and then a steady, just relaxed long run, or a workout and a long run that's beefed up, which will be the second workout of the week as well. So in this case, it's after running 5 miles, we start a fartlek of 6 by 5-minute runs at 9:05 to 8:50 per mile pace with a 1-minute recovery. Okay, so it's at marathon pace and a little bit faster than marathon pace. And then you're going to run 3 by 400 meters with a 1-minute recovery at your 5K pace at 1:57 to 2 minutes per rep. During the run, it's continuous the whole way. It's to get you turning over, accelerating, and coming back to pace, and accelerating, coming back to pace. Okay, and then you just continue on for the rest of the run at a steady pace. Off day on Sunday. Week 11, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. Now we're going to do 4 by, I call this a speed sandwich. Okay, 4 by 200-meter uphill with a jog recovery, so we're accelerating. And then we're going to go 4 by 200-meter flat, so going up and then flat. Sometimes we'll sandwich some things in the middle, and sometimes we won't. But it's a sandwich because it goes up like this, and then it goes down, closing the sandwich. Okay, so 4 by 200 meters on the flat with a jog equal recovery, 2-mile cool down. We beefed up the intermediate run again now, so we're going to 12 miles. Okay, week 11 is 12 miles on Wednesday. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides, 6 miles continuously at half marathon pace now, 8:50 to 8:45 per mile. 3-minute recovery, 1 by 800 meter effort hard. Okay, by feel, I just want you to run a hard 800 meters. I want to see how well you've developed pacing rhythm. Okay, without a specific time goal. Okay, then you're going to jog about 200 meters, and you're going to run 1 by 400 meter effort hard. And again, just developing a feel. Because when you're on the roads, there's no lap splits. Okay, you'll get maybe mile splits, but it's a little bit different than the lap splits on the track. Okay, and then a 2-mile cool down. Friday's a bike and cross train day. Saturday's a 16-mile long run, easy pace. Sunday, 3 to 4 miles at a steady pace. Now let's take this down. Let's go to the last board. Weeks 12 through 16. Okay. We've gotten through most of the most intense part of training, and we're really getting down to it now. Okay. So week 12, 5 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, warm up 2 miles, drills and strides, 3 by 400 meter uphill, equal recovery down. Take 3 minutes after the last one, then a 3-mile continuous run at marathon pace, 9:05 to 9 minutes. Take a 3-minute recovery, then 3x400 meter on the flat at 5K pace with a 1-minute recovery, 1:57 to 2 minutes. That's a different type of sandwich now. We got it up here, we got it here, and then we put something in the middle. Okay, this gets you transitioning from one pace to another pace to another pace, incorporating different systems of training. And then you can take a 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, 12-mile intermediate run. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. Last increase in threshold running, 5 times a mile now. We've increased the recovery to 1:30, but it's going to be at the same pace, which is 8:15 to 8:20 per mile. Okay? And then you're going to take a 3-minute recovery after the last one and run 4x200 meters at 5K pace, which is 58 to 60, with a jog equal recovery. Okay? 2-mile cool down. Bike and cross train on Friday. 16-mile long run, nice easy pace on Saturday, and 5x50 meter strides on Sunday. After the long run. And then you're off on Sunday. Okay? Last 4 weeks, we're down to it now. 5 miles on Monday, week 13. 2 miles warm up on Tuesday, drills and strides. You're going to run 3 miles at marathon pace, 9:05 to 9 minutes. Okay? And then you're going to jog a mile continuously. Okay? Then you're going to run 2 miles at half marathon pace, which is 8:40 to 8:45 per mile. Then you're going to jog a half mile after that. And then you're going to run 1 mile at 10K pace, which is essentially your threshold pace, 8:15 to 8:20 per mile, with a 2-mile cool down. 12 miles on Wednesday. Bike and cross train on Thursday. Friday, 4 miles easy. Saturday, 20-mile long run. 9 miles of it's going to be steady. Okay, and then the next 10 miles are going to be at marathon pace, which is 9:05 to 9 minutes. You lock in at that pace. Okay, have your 10th mile if you can, if you feel good. Try to go under 9 minutes for the 10th mile, and then you go in the last mile nice and easy. It's important to do a good stretch of running at marathon pace, at least 10 miles within one of your long runs. Okay? Then a 3-mile easy increment run on Sunday. Week 14. 5 miles easy on Monday. 2-mile warm up on Tuesday, drills and strides. 4x400 meter uphill with an equal recovery. Then you're going to run 4x400 meters flat with a 1-minute recovery at 5K pace, which is again 1:57 to 2 minutes per rep. And then you're going to run 2 miles at half marathon pace. Okay, 8:50 to 8:45 per mile. So now we're doing a longer bout of hard training after fast stuff instead of turning over after a longer bout of slower training. It's still accelerating when you're fatigued. We're just changing the order around. Okay, 2-mile cool down. Dropping down the intermediate run now, 10 miles, Wednesday. Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. 5x300 meter runs with a 200 meter jog recovery at 5K pace, which is 1:27 to 1:30. Cool down 2 miles. Bike and cross train on Friday. Saturday, a 17-mile long run. Okay, you run the first 8 miles steady, and then you run miles 9 to 16 at marathon pace minus 5 seconds per mile. So in this case, it's 9 minutes to 8:55 per mile. And then you finish the rest of the run nice and easy. Sunday off day. 2 weeks left. Week 15, 5 miles on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. This is a fartlek, okay? It's a continuous run, but a fartlek, so we changed the pace a little bit. It's a 10-minute effort, 8-minute effort, 6-minute effort, 4-minute effort, and a 2-minute effort, or 10-minute run, 8-minute run, 6, 4, 2-minute runs. With 2-minute recovery between each effort, and it gets progressively faster. So between 9 minutes to 8 minutes. So in this case, your 10-minute run is at 9-minute pace. Your 8-minute run is at 8:45 pace. Your 6-minute run is at 8:30 pace. Your 4-minute run at 8:15 pace. And your 2-minute run at 8-minute pace. So we drop 15 seconds per mile per increment as it got shorter. And then you take a 2-mile cool down. 8 miles, we dropped intermediate run again on Wednesday. Bike and cross train on Thursday. Friday, 4 miles. And then 5x50 meter strides. Okay. Sunday, the last long run before the marathon. 14 miles with miles 8 through 13 at marathon pace minus 10 seconds. So now it's 8:55 through 8:50 per mile. Okay, and then the last mile is nice and easy. So it's 6 miles at that pace. 3 miles easy on Sunday. And then race week. 4 miles easy on Monday. Tuesday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides, 5 by 800 meter efforts with a 2-minute recovery at marathon pace to half marathon pace. So you'll progress from 4:30 to 4:20 per rep with a 2-mile cool down. Not a hard effort, not a hard workout at all, but it's important to keep you in the rhythm of going, accelerating or running hard every couple of days. We don't want to take you out of that rhythm the week of the race. Okay? 5 miles on Wednesday. Thursday, bike and cross-train day. Friday's an off day, and I'm having your off day 2 days before the marathon as opposed to the day before the marathon, because sometimes if you have the day off the day before the marathon, it may take your legs out of rhythm a little bit. So I'd rather have you an off day here and then run a 2-mile easy shakeout on Saturday to flush out the legs and keep you in running rhythm before race day on Sunday. I do encourage you, since this is, if you happen to use this for the fall, the weather will be a little cooler for the marathon, to do a 3 to 5 minute just easy jog before the marathon to warm your legs up a little bit, get your body temperature up and your heart rate up a little bit. Then you run your marathon, and then you're done. Okay. I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a template that you can modify to your liking and to your preferences, whether it be for you or the athletes that you're coaching. Keep in mind, I did not implement any races. I do encourage you to find a race. If you have a 10K or a half marathon. Half marathon could be a great fitness indicator, especially if it's midway. It can help reset training paces as well if you need to. If you need a video on training paces, I've got that as well. It's called How to Improve Your 10K, Half Marathon, and Marathon, and I have another video on how to set up your training paces as well, so keep on the lookout for those. Please subscribe to my videos, okay? And please drop a like so that I know the content is valuable. I do have an Instagram page. It's Black Belt Running Coach. I drop a lot of running content on there as well, so please follow me on Instagram. If you have any specific questions or need specific running guidance of any kind, please email me at blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to help. So again, use this program any way you like, but this is a program that I've kind of modified over the years and have used with success to get people under 4 hours for the marathon. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Good luck, good run, and we'll talk to you soon.